Hello all and welcome back to the channel. I am going to start a new series that is related to cybersecurity job interviews, question and answer. My name is Ketul Patel and today I am going to cover 5 cybersecurity job interview question and their answer which can help you while giving an interview in the field of cybersecurity. And a quick disclaimer that these questions are not guaranteed to be asked. And do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So let's start our video. So the first question in the list is, what is DNS and how will you explain DNS to a non-technical person? So in this question, the interviewer is trying to look at your technical as well as your communication skill related experience. So to answer this, the answer of this question is divided into three sections. So first, what you will say is the definition and what DNS is. So first, let me tell you the answer for this question, and then we will see that what I have covered in this answer. So you will, so to answer this question, you will start with DNS stands for domain name system. DNS server is used for converting the alphabetical names into a numeric IP address. To explain it clearly, I will provide a real life example to make it easy to understand. For example, DNS works same as your phone book application. When you have to call any friend, you don't remember the number, but you remember the names. So you will search the name and the phone book app will take your name request and dial the associated number with that name and make a call for you. So similarly, DNS has the same functionality. When you search any website, the DNS server will convert your website name to its associated IP address and will bring the web page for you. This process in technical term is known as name resolution. So this is, I think, an appropriate way to answer it. And you can also add other things if you find it important to answer. So here, let's divide this answer in three sections. So first, we stated that what the DNS is and a basic definition explaining what DNS server do in somewhat technicality as well as easy to understand to a non-technical person. Then we took a real life example to explain the work process of DNS server, and then at last we related this example to the real functionality of DNS by explaining bit typical technical words, and at last we use a technical term to end our question, that is name resolution. So I think this is a good way to answer, and if you find other things that you can add, you can definitely add. Moving towards the next question, that is explain CIA trait. So here, you briefly need to explain what CIA is and what each of that policies stand for. So start with CIA stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. It is an information security model used by organization where confidentiality makes sure that your data is not accessible and readable by any unauthorized person and is only available to authorized person. Integrity verifies that your data is not modified or changed by any unauthorized person. It says that what you send is what you receive. And at last, availability makes sure that your data or resources are available whenever it is required. And ending statement would be these three policies guide the information security for any organization. So here we started with what CIA is, that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability, and it is a security model. Then we explain all the three policies very briefly that makes the exact definition for it. And also here you can use the word altered instead of changed, or if you want to keep it changed, you can keep it. And here I have provided a quick statement that can justify your answer. It says that what you send is what you receive. And at last, the ending statement is that these three policies guide the information security for any organization. So this is an appropriate and a very brief answer to this question. Third question here is explain IDS and IPS. So to answer this question, start with the term first use. If it is IPS, then start with IPS. You can start alternatively, but it is a good manner to start with it. So start the answer. IDS is intrusion detection system, which is used to detect any unwanted activity on company's network based on defined policies by company. The main role of IDS is to detect unwanted activity, and the rest process needs to be done by the network administrator. Where, Whereas IPS is an intrusion prevention system which is used to prevent any unwanted behavior or any unauthorized access on the company's network. It prevents the intrusion by itself using the policies assigned to it. Both IDS and IPS can be signature based or anomaly based. So this is a very good and a quick answer that describe what IDS and IPS are, and the ending statement with that both can be a signature based or anomaly based. That defines that you know that there are different form of IDS and IPS. So this is the way to answer this question, that is what IDS and IPS is. The next question here is how is encryption different from hashing, or how is hashing different from encryption? So to answer this question, you will start with encryption and hashing both are used to convert a data into an unreadable format, where encryption is a two-way process in which the data is encrypted to an unreadable format using different algorithms like DES, AES, and RSA. And the same data is converted back to its original format using a decryption method. Encryption ensures the confidentiality of data. On the other side, hashing is one-way process in which the data is converted to a fixed length of value using different algorithms like MD5 and SHA-1. And in hashing, it is not possible to convert the data back to the original format. Hashing ensures the integrity of the data. I think this is the best way to answer it. So we started with the common similarity between encryption and hashing and the very basic functionality that they use, that is they convert the data into an unreadable format. Then we define what encryption do and what the hashing do. So here in the encryption process, we define that it is a two-way process, and we also define some algorithms example, that is DES, AES, RSA. You can add more or you can use two or three of them. I think three are good. Don't use more of them because it increase the length of your answer and might be an inappropriate way. It depends on you. If you want to add, you can. So here the interviewer will know that you have some information about what encryption algorithms are and what are different kind of algorithms. And even at last, you are mentioning the encryption ensures the confidentiality of data. That means you also know the CIA trend. And on other hand, we also provided the algorithms for hashing. And at last, we also provided hashing is the integrity of the data. So this make a perfect answer to this question. Again, you can add something based on your requirement. And I think this is the last question on the deck. This is not four, this is five. What is firewall and what are different type of firewall? So to answer this question, start with what the firewall is and what it do. So firewall is a network security system which is kept outside company's network to monitor and control the inbound and outbound traffic activities. Firewall are used to protect the company's network and assets from malicious activities, unauthorized access, virus, and malware. There are different type of firewalls. The three main firewalls are packet filtering firewall, stateful inspection firewall, and proxy firewall. And at last, you can say firewall can be software based or it can be hardware based and are used depending on the company's need. So this question might have different definitions available depending on your what you know. If you know a good definition than this, you can definitely add in this. And here you can add more examples, but I think keep it less because it will save your length of the answer, and you can remove one or two if you want. You can answer just two, depend on your choice. And here I also mentioned the firewall types. So I know there are different type of firewalls available, but I only focused on three main. So focus on three firewalls that you know or you want to say. And at last, the ending statement can be it can be based on hardware or software depending on the company's need. So these were the five cybersecurity interview questions. So thank you for watching the video. And if you found this video informative and helpful, do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. And press the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you for watching.